Good day, everyone. My name is Jordan Ulrich. I am the Chief Financial Officer of Peguis First Nation, and it's good to be with you again today for another financial update. It is February 12th, 2025. It is hard to believe it is already that far into 2025, but here we are. And I'm excited to share 8 items of update for you from a financial perspective today. I apologize for the last financial update was several months ago. It has been a very busy season, but at the request of Chief Bird, I'm certainly ready to prioritize these a bit more often, as you do deserve it, and Chief Bird sees tremendous value in ensuring that our membership has all of the facts and big topics under their understanding, and that we all stay in the loop as a nation together. So I'm happy to be here today with you. The first topic I'd like to update you on today is the audit. The March 31st, 2024 audit has been completed and is now currently in the final sign-off stage of all the various program and department audits and all the management letters, all the various adjusting entries that we have to put in later, and all the formalities are getting signed now. So it is nice to conclude this, and just in time for the next one to start, as it is February 12th, and the next one will be starting very shortly. We are going to rapidly turn our attention to the next year's audit, the March 31st, 2025 audit, in short time now. And we do hope to complete this next one much quicker. We do aim to complete this next one by the late summer of 2025. That is certainly the goal. We had many people work very hard on this last one, and we have even more resources now at our disposal to ensure that there is consistent communication with the auditors, and that we will complete this in good time. Going alphabetically, the second item I'd like to update you all on is BFI. This is still one of the most hotly contested topics in Peguis First Nation, and it is certainly something that needs to be updated today. Chief Bird just gave an update as well on some other matters regarding BFI. If you haven't seen that, it is on Peguis's website. I encourage you all to go and check that out first, and then see some further matters on BFI from the CFO perspective here as well, in tandem with Chief's post. The BFI loans. It is so critically important that our nation and our membership understands that just because the total loan amount was written down several years ago by the last administration, that essentially doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of the eventual settlement that we are negotiating with PwC. It is virtually impossible to predict where we will end as a nation at this time on that eventual settlement amount. It is important for membership to understand that the write-down that was done on the audit several years ago, the original write-down, it was just that. It was a write-down done by the last administration. The fact that the amount owing on the BFI loans has not changed since the write-down simply means that the auditors have not received any material evidence of change for that amount. And that is simply because we are still right in the negotiation phase of this eventual settlement. And no numbers have been floated around with PwC at this time, as of February 12th, 2025. Therefore, it is hard to share with everyone what exactly the specifics of those negotiation conversations are. And that's one other reason I wanted to talk about this today, is that we have to, as a nation, do what's called maintain or protect privilege of the information. It's a legal term, it's a legal phrase, and it's a legality that we simply cannot disclose too much information outside of the negotiation team. Otherwise, if information ever got leaked, it could actually jeopardize our case. And this is why, even as CFO, I would encourage all band members, everyone, every last one, to withhold from Facebook posts and from other means of communication when not involved in the day-to-day and week-to-week negotiation. It is critical that our nation stays united on this, and we need to maintain privilege. I am encouraged to tell you all that we do meet with our lawyers every week to discuss the PwC receivership on these BFI loans. We have achieved tremendous ground in this front. We have worked tirelessly with our lawyers. They have also worked tirelessly to advance our nation in a much stronger position than we've ever been in this BFI case. Another critical role in all of this BFI litigation is our financial advisors who are located in Western Canada. They have been scrutinizing all of the information that has been compiled and obtained from various parties involved. And what they are doing right now is putting together a financial report to detail for us as a membership not only where the money went, but how was the money spent. See, these BFI loans, there were a series of loans, various credit facilities, and it compiled just under $100 million of principal. That's not including the interest. This is just the principal portion of the loans. What we have uncovered is a list of exactly where the money went, $100 million worth, to which parties it went to. Now, that is very telling in and of itself, and you will, as a membership, one day be revealed this information, certainly when we are legally entitled to do so. However, what we quickly identified is it's not enough to know where the money went. We want to know how was this money spent. So that report is forthcoming from our financial advisor. We are very eagerly awaiting this to know how the money was spent. What was it used for? What are the invoices for this money? What projects were completed for this money? What investments do we have to show for this money? What shares do we now hold? These are very important questions to ask, and we look forward to finding this out in short time. Item number 3 that I'd like to discuss today is our budgets. We are currently underway in our annual budgets preparation for our upcoming fiscal year, our 25-26 fiscal year. Most departments have sent in their draft budgets already, and we're just waiting on a few more. And so February is all about reviewing draft budgets, making tweaks where it's needed, and making sure that the band will in fact have enough funding all year long to sustain all of the budgets that have been submitted. So February, we're well underway with reviewing these draft budgets, and in March, we are going to have fully signed budgets, signed by Chief and Counsel, signed by myself, and also given back to the program directors and managers. Item 4 that I'd like to discuss today is cash flow. Cash flow, as I mentioned in our last financial update video, cash flow has been absolutely stabilized and now is being mobilized to actually improve our nation. We are poised to finish this current fiscal year up to March 31st strong, and we have been holding regular quarterly directors meetings where we meet with all the directors and managers. And I'm happy to share that these meetings have been going really well and that we have been seeing a tremendous amount of unity collectively across all programs and departments. One small item I'd like to update you all on is item 5, and this is from the FNFMB, the First Nations Financial Management Board. We have been working very closely with them as a leadership team, and we are very excited that they have just announced that we have qualified as a nation for free HR support services for our Human Resources Department and free financial support services for our Finance Department. This was not a slam dunk for Peguis. This is something we did have to apply for, and we are so thankful to FMB that they have agreed to cooperate to grant us this, and we're excited to work with them in these additional resources and capacity that will be soon provided. A 6th item I'd like to update you all on is Indigenous Services Canada. As many of you know, as you all know, we receive our funding from ISK, And with that funding, we have to do a lot of reporting on all the funds received. Now, historically, Peguis has been very behind on these reports and had many outstanding reports. Our current leadership inherited a lot of outstanding reports, but I'm happy to share with you today that a very concerted effort from our program directors and managers, as well as our finance department, is underway to complete these reports, to get them all caught up. And this is a tremendous initiative that all are involved in, and I commend the entire team for being involved with this, and we are very hopeful that we can get these reports caught up. Getting these financial reports caught up matters tremendously for our nation, as it prevents any funds being held back or clawed back. One last item I'd like to discuss pertaining to ISK. Our current funding that we get, the bulk of it, is called block funding. So we're in a block funding agreement with Indigenous Services Canada currently. There is currently a change underway at the federal level where many nations are moving into what's called the NFR grant funding model, which stands for New Fiscal Relationship Grant. It's a whole different type of funding model in that it will not be block funding anymore, it would be grant funding. Now, a few of the key changes that are upcoming with this is that Peguis would basically receive all of its annual funding upfront instead of monthly. Peguis has not fully committed to this NFR grant funding approach yet. However, it has expressed interest, and that was the only step required of Peguis at this time, was to express interest or not. So we have taken the step to express interest, but we have not entered into an agreement to do this new funding model yet. This new funding model also comes with significantly reduced reporting requirements, which would greatly benefit our nation and seeks to enhance our sovereignty as a nation. More information will be provided on the NFR grant and where Peguis stands with this in near time, but I just wanted to update you all as membership that we have expressed interest, and that's all we are at with that so far. In conclusion, I'm happy to report that the financial ship of Peguis is sailing strong. Cash flow is good, budgets are being done, all departments and programs are operating in good unity. We have a hard-working and fully staffed finance department working hard each and every day, and reporting is improving within the finance department. All things are looking up, and all I see is hope for Peguis First Nation today. I am happy to sign off now, and I wish you all a wonderful week ahead. May Creator bless each one of you. Miigwech.